Rick Santorum offered us what may literally be the least accurate assessment of the Obama administration in human history. Let's check it out here and try not to laugh.
The president says politics in America have become meaner over the past several years with him in the White House. 2 weeks ago at the State of the Union, he said the following: a president with the gifts of Lincoln or Roosevelt might have better bridged the divide. Lincoln and Roosevelt. It's pretty good company. If he is right, do Republicans share some of the blame?
The President of the United States has been the most divisive president, and certainly in my lifetime. This is a man who constantly... He is not trustworthy. You can't sit down and negotiate with him. He won't keep a deal. We've heard that over and over again. And here's what he does that really creates the friction in Washington. He personally attacks people. He ascribes motives to them that aren't true. And then he tears them down. How are you going to work with someone if you don't treat them decently, honestly, and respectfully?
Okay, you just described you. You're describing yourself here. Did you not hear what you were saying? Everything, that's the clearest case of projection I've ever seen in my life. Let me tar Obama with everything that I do and everything that the Republican Party now does. What a joke, what a joke. So let's lay this out for you a little bit. He says Obama, I mean, come on, he doesn't compromise. He doesn't treat the other side with respect. I mean, come on here, here's the problem. Rick, the Republicans broke the filibuster record under Obama. More filibusters than any other Congress in U.S. history. Why is Obama blocking everything the Republicans want to do? Why is he so impossible to work with? He doesn't compromise. He doesn't negotiate. Have we filibustered 8 times yet today? What time is it? Okay, can we get a few more filibusters in before the day's through, please? Please. They're just ahistorical, and they just do not give a shit about facts. Another example. Rick, the Republicans tried to repeal Obamacare over 55 times. If that's them, reaching out to Obama and trying to compromise and negotiate, they have a weird way of showing it. A really weird way of showing it. They hate him so much that he's made it so that they oppose their own ideas that many times they came up with. So even sticking with this Obamacare example, Richard Nixon was the first person to propose an Obamacare-like system, an individual mandate system, where you keep the private insurance companies intact and you make it so that people have to buy from the private insurance companies, and you do an expansion of Medicaid. You do an expansion of healthcare for the poor. That's only exactly what Obamacare is. Nixon proposed it. In the 1990s, you had Chuck Grassley and Newt Gingrich and other congressional Republicans proposing it. You had the right-wing think tank, the Heritage Foundation, writing policy papers saying, this is our pragmatic response to the crazy liberal idea of universal healthcare and a single-payer system. This is what we propose as the counter to that. So then when Obama starts the negotiation by giving ground already and saying not single payer but a public option, so he starts out by caving, the negotiating process and the middle ground became, okay, we're going to do your original idea. Because then the Republicans took the position of, we don't want to change anything at all. Leave everything exactly how it is. 45,000 people dying every year because they don't have access to basic health care in America? Leave it alone. Nobody gives a shit. So then the compromise position was your idea, Nixon's idea, the Heritage Foundation's idea, Newt Gingrich's idea. And then what do? We're against it, socialism, even though we came up with it, socialism, because he proposed it. Black Democrat proposes it, we're against it by definition. And here's Rick Santorum saying, President Obama is so divisive. He doesn't compromise, he doesn't negotiate. Obama has, for example, decreased the deficit tremendously. He inherited a $1.4 trillion annual deficit. It's now down to about $480 billion. Cut it big time. Now all of a sudden the Republicans are, give him credit for doing the thing that we always say he should do. No, never do that. Ever, ever, ever. Here's a guy who grew the private sector by over 12 million jobs. Do they have anything positive to say about private sector growth or the stock market rebounding tremendously from where he inherited it from the Bush administration. Got nothing to say about that either. And even when he does shit that totally, in every way, shape, and form abandons not only the progressive base and the liberal base, but even like the moderate base, they still don't give him credit. They loved the NSA spying program under Bush. Obama made it worse, took away your civil liberties even more. I can't stand that shit. He's dead wrong for that. Did he get any praise from the Republicans for doing exactly the thing that they said they wanted? No. Did he get any praise from the Republicans for continuing the unconstitutional illegal drone program, which I fucking hate with the burning passion? No. Even when he does exactly what they want, they don't give him any credit. So spare me your bullshit argument, Rick Santorum. The problem is you and your ilk. Look in the mirror.